Hey everybody, Omar here, the Knife Shark Guy, and I'm back with another video for you, and we're talking about custom knives. And I thought this video might be a little bit more helpful for people out there that are at the point in their knife collecting where, you know, they've collected 56 ZTs and 120 Spydercos, and they're like just sitting there in a pile of really awesome knives thinking to themselves, but now what? And you don't know where to go, and you don't know what's next for you in collecting. Or maybe you may not be bored with that. This video may be just interesting anyway. And what I want to talk about was the different kinds of custom knives that you're going to come across. As far as buying them, or maybe you're looking to buy some. And you don't know where to start, or you don't know where to go, I do have some suggestions for you, and I think I'm doing this video only because you might be looking for something in particular, or you just want something special and you don't really know everything about the custom knife world and what's available to you. So that's pretty much what this video is going to be about. So in front of you, you see 4 custom knives that I own. And there's a lot of stuff out there that's available for purchase. As far as where you want to start, that's all up to you. This video is just basically going to talk about what you'll find in custom knives and whether or not why the price for these knives kind of jump up sometimes, and maybe they don't jump up sometimes. There's always going to be a different reason as far as why it's so much, or why does this one cost more than the other one. And I guess in a way that's probably what this video is about. So in front of you, you see 4 custom knives, all right? And I'm going to arrange these so I can get them where I could talk about them in a way that makes sense. Actually, it was better this way. So, what's available out there? Basically, you have to ask yourself, what am I looking for? I just collected my last ZT. I think it's really awesome, but now I think I want to do something different, or I want to try something different. Maybe try something of superior quality. I'm letting you know right now, if you're going to go into customs, it will be of better quality. Reason being, keep in mind, a lot of the custom knives are made by hand, and even the ones that are not one of a kind will be far superior quality, simply for the fact that you've got one guy making the knife from start to finish. Now, question is, are all custom knives going to be like $1,200? No, they're not. There are different custom knives that are available for you to purchase that are affordable, and some of them are going to really surprise the living hell out of you. Like this knife right here. This is a knife made by a very predominant knife maker named Andre Van Heerden. Now, this is definitely a custom knife, but it is not one of a kind. He's made this knife before. Okay, I want to say that right off the bat. This is called the M38 Custom Flipper. It is made by hand, but it is not one of a kind. Now, when we're talking about a knife that is custom, and we're talking about just the basics, they're always, I found my own experience, they're always excellent. I've never found a custom knife that had any blade play on it. Whatever problems that you find in a custom knife, you're not going to find them, in my opinion, you won't find them on a custom knife. Is that to say that you're never going to find blade play on a custom knife? No, occasionally one will slip through where you'll find that on there, but for the most part, the quality of the basics of getting a knife down is always going to be excellent. So let's take a look at this knife real quick. If you notice, there's not a lot of bling on it, all right? It doesn't have very much bling on it. Basically, it's just got 2 slabs of G10 on it, right? And it's got a titanium pocket clip, which, by the way, was actually regular silver colored. I just had it anodized in blue and make it fit the blue titanium liners. One thing you'll notice that you can tell that it's not made by machine, look how everything is tapered on this knife. Everything is so freaking smooth and tight. I mean, it is just absolutely ridiculous. There's no, everything on the knife is just crafted perfectly. And at the same time, it doesn't have a lot of bling to it, does it? I mean, not a lot of stuff is there. One of the great things you'll get with the custom knife is more than likely the knife will be IKBS, which is a lot better in my opinion. And I think a lot of people have said that IKBS is actually far superior system for folding knives than KVT. That's not to say that KVT is not that great. It is. It's excellent. But IKBS is far more superior simply because the ball bearings are rolling up against each other. But take a look at this knife. All right. First of all, it's huge, right? But this is, people have always said, well, custom knives aren't, you can't go running in the woods and chopping down trees. You could do that with this custom if you wanted to. I mean, you can tell by the way it looks. This looks like the answer for a custom knife maker to a production knife. In other words, he made the knife, he just put 2 slabs of G10 on it, and it doesn't have a lot of bling on it, but the basics are there. There's like 0 blade play. Blade play does not exist on this knife. The knife falls ridiculous. Have you seen that before? This is the smoothest knife in my custom collection, which is probably why I own it. Look at that. The thing, I mean, if I were to take the knife like this, boom, it just falls shut. Would you or would you not pay a lot of money for that? I mean, the smoothness, the experience of it. I have never experienced anything like this on a production piece. Okay, so table price on this knife is $450, and there are production knives that cost double that. I've seen some, and you've seen some that cost more than $450, and that's what this knife cost. So, I mean, this knife might cost more if it came from the actual knife maker. Maybe it might be $550. I don't know. But $450 is what I got on it, and it was new when I got the piece. So, and basically, it is just a good, solid knife. The steel on it, M390. You love that. Everybody loves M390. Who doesn't? So, it's great cutting steel. So this third one is kind of more of a custom knife that when people talk about custom knives, this is probably more like what they say it is. This one has a little bit more bling than just 2 pieces of slab of G10 on there. This one's got a little bit more bling on it. It's got G10, but then it's got this Ambonia burl inlay on it, right? It's got purple or purplish or bluish titanium liners on there. Okay. And it also has one of the coolest things that you'll never see on a production knife. It's got a glow-in-the-dark backspacer, which I thought was really awesome. Again, no blade play, nothing on there. And this is a one-of-a-kind handmade knife, right? It's a little bit more expensive now, okay? I mean, table price for this was $550, right? So, yeah, this is more than the production knife. But, I mean, what I'm saying is, as far as knives and what's available for you to purchase, like I said, this I got for $450. You could, if you look around, you can find something like this for about $450. This one was $550, right? And this was made by John Arnold, custom knife maker. Now, he is on the rise, okay? Such is now the case with my third knife here. This is made by Peter Swanepoel. Now, Peter Swanepoel is a very, very beginning knife maker, okay? He is still trying to learn his craft. In fact, at this point in time, he's making me a front flipper, and I really can't wait to get that one. But the name of this knife is called the Evolver. He makes this piece, and as you can see, this has like 0 bling on it. It's just a plain gray. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's got some little hint of blue on the handle there. Quite slight blue on it. It's got an acid wash blade. The blade is N690 Bowler on it, which is a good hard use steel. And the piece, I'm going to tell you right now, it is as smooth as silk. I find this knife almost just about as smooth as my Spyderco Swiss Boy. Okay. It runs on Teflon washers, which are very, very underrated in my opinion. But the way he uses the Teflon washers, he's got it right. But like I said, this guy is just beginning his career as a knife maker. He's a very humble guy. In fact, he's trying not to be known until he makes the perfect knife. I mean, he's the kind of guy that will get up every morning and attempt to make the perfect knife, and he'll continue to keep doing that until he finally gets it. This is basically what a beginning knife maker would do and goes through. I mean, if you look at the back of this backspacer, that's done by hand, but that's basically all he's done because he's looking to get the basics down perfect. But as far as design, yeah, I think he nailed it. It's a beautiful looking knife, and it's very, very basic on that. Table price for this is $5.50. The knife is all titanium. Like you'd normally find in a nice production knife, it's all titanium. I mean, the design, if it appeals to you, it appeals to me. The design is very unique. This is now the knife that he's known for. It's called the Evolver, and it's a great piece. I just see this guy, and if you go to his Instagram page, you'll see different stuff on there. He's now beginning to branch out as far as style and design and making of the knife, so that makes it a little bit more interesting for you. And again, this knife, so you're looking at like $4.50, $5.50. I mean, it's getting up there, right? It's still getting, but I mean, you could see yourself possibly purchasing something like that. And if you look around, you might find something like these two knives even cheaper. So it just depends on when you're ready and if you're looking to get into custom knives. Now, this knife is my creme de la creme in my collection, meaning this is like the best custom that I own. This is now heading into the different level, the level that most people are afraid of. And actually, when I got the knife, I thought I was crazy to buy it. I'm not even going to tell you how much it is because it's not cheap. Because I'm not quite at Epic Snuggle Bunny yet. I don't know if I ever want to get there, but it sounds like that's where I'm headed. But I'm still learning myself as a collector. But in any case, this is made by Erucus Bloomerus, and this is what we call a full dress piece, meaning every part of the knife has some bling on it that is just mind-blowing. So if we go quickly on this knife, if you look at the back of the knife, well, first of all, let's start with the blade. Okay, the blade is Damas steel. Okay, the Damas steel pattern on that. So it's really beautiful, right? So it catches your eye there. There's no place on this knife where your eye is not going to, like, go, whoa, what is that, right? So there's the blade right there. Secondly, the bolster is blue Timascus. You don't usually see that on knives, right? The lower part of the handle is blue marble carbon fiber on it with a blue titanium pocket clip on top of that. And then check it out. The back, we're not even done yet. We're not even done talking about this piece. The back spacer has this rope file work on it, and then in the middle of it you got this Damascus backspacer. I mean, this is definitely an over-the-top custom piece, and yet the basics are still there, right? The coolest thing that we always love to do is we love to see these knives fall shut nice and smooth. Runs on IKBS, ceramic ball bearings. I mean, yeah, you're going to pay a hefty price for this if you're ready. It is just ridiculous. So this is what's so, and of course this may or may not happen to you. You may never even find yourself purchasing something like this, but this is what you will get if you decide to pay top dollar for a piece. If you guys want to leave a comment below and guess how much it is, we can turn that into a game, but I'm not going to tell you. Some guy's going to start Googling stuff on Erucus Bloomerus and finding out how much a full dress piece costs. I can't wait to see that. But, yeah. So, there you have it. I mean, the world of custom knives, there are a lot of things available to you. It's just, what are you ready to purchase? What are you looking for? And I think the point that I'm going to make is that if you buy a custom knife, okay, the basics are going to be top-notch. You don't have to worry about blade play on these guys. You don't have to worry about, the knife not being centered, right? I mean, come on, right? Centered is centered. That is dead. Okay, dead. You won't find that on these knives. So right off the bat, if you're thinking of a reason to pay for 50, in my opinion, and everything is my opinion, I could be wrong, but that's it, you know. And plus, you're also paying for the idea that the knife didn't come off an assembly line. Okay, the knife came from one person who made the knife with his hands from start to finish with the various special machines that he uses. I mean, he's staying up late at night looking to make you something special and hoping that you're going to pay the money after he's done because he's got to eat. Pretty much. I mean, does it sound ridiculous? Yeah, but especially for the case with this guy, Peter Swanepoel, because he's just starting out, and you want to support people like him who are just starting to learn their craft and to get what they do and become an Andre Thorburn or become an Erucus Bloomerus or become an Andre Van Heerden. He wants to learn how to be these guys, and we want to support them all the way. Because these knife makers aren't going to be around forever. We're going to be looking for the next generation of hot guys, and I think this guy is definitely going to wind up being one of the ones on the rise if he doesn't stop. John Arnold is another one whose prices, he's actually already on the rise. The price for his knives are going up and up and up now, so that's it. I just want to do a quick video on what you guys might find out there, that there are different kinds of custom knives that you'll find with different things on them. The price and why the prices will be different when you're looking to purchase one. If you guys live in Washington, or any of you guys watching my videos live in Washington, I definitely suggest you head on down to Kirkland to the Epicurean Edge, and it'll be like Disneyland for you, because every time I walk in there, it's always Disneyland. They've got so many custom knives in there from so many different makers, and they let you touch them, feel them, you know, flick them, whatever you want. And, you know, unfortunately, unless you're ready to plunk down the cash, you got to put it back. So anyway, this is Omar the Knife Shark Guy signing off, doing a quick video on custom knives in general and what's available to you for you to purchase should you decide to go down this road. So that's it. This is Omar the Knife Shark Guy, hoping you'll find this discussion interesting and hoping that you'll find your collection filled with one of these beauties. I definitely recommend something like this. If you're just thinking about getting a custom knife, this is going to blow your mind. I mean, you hear people talk about those other Russian knives like the Shirogurov and the Grimsmo Norseman. I'm like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to need one of those if I have something like this, because this is ridiculous. The only thing that I don't like about this knife is how freaking big it is, but even the fact that it's so freaking big, I still carry it in my pocket. I don't even care. This is like my Friday knife. You know, Friday when I go to work, I work in an office environment. I'll carry this in my pocket. I feel good. I feel happy. You know, I got something nice. And the thing is as light as a feather. For as big as it is, the knife is as light as a feather. I just might do a special video just on this knife alone, because it has affected me that much. So there you go, one more The Knife Shark Guy signing off, hoping you'll find one of these terrific pieces of sharp art in your collection. Once again, this is Omar the Knife Shark Guy signing off, and hope you had a really happy 4th of July, and God bless.